Hi everybody, my name is David Nesbitt. I'm the PGA Director of Instruction at Boulder Ridge Golf Club in San Jose, California. The topic of today's lesson is how to start hitting the ball straighter. For those of you who have a slice or a power fade, we might call it, this is a perfect tip for you. And it's understanding how to close the club face at impact in order to get that ball to fly straighter. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple tips on how to set up differently in order to create that draw or even a straighter shot, but more importantly, we're trying to eliminate the slice. So the first thing I look at when someone comes to me and says, "Hey Dave, I'm slicing the ball," I always look at their grip first. We want to set up with a neutral or slightly strong grip, and what I mean by that, it's not the grip pressure that you put on the club, it's where your hands are positioned on the grip. So for a right-handed golfer, your top hand, generally your glove hand, you should have your thumb going down the inside of the grip slightly, not down the center of the grip, kind of down the side. And what you'll notice is this little V that's created here between my thumb and my forefinger should point to my right shoulder. So let me back up a little bit, you can see that. Okay, so it's not going straight down, it's on the side. What you'll notice is when you look down, you should be able to see that second knuckle on your left hand. If you can only see a knuckle or barely a knuckle, that means your grip is too weak, which means the club face is probably going to stay open at impact. We want that club face to square up. So when you get your left hand on properly, take a couple swings one-handed and see how that feels. It's going to feel strange if you don't already do this, but try to get a feel for that. Second thing, when you put the right hand on, is you want to make sure, again, this little crease right here is pointed up your right forearm and to the same spot on your right shoulder. If you can start gripping the club properly, you're going to have a better chance of creating more of a draw or a straight shot and eliminating the slice. So that's okay. The second tip I want to give you is grip pressure. Most people tend to squeeze the club too tight, especially when they grab their driver. They think it's a big club, I got to swing harder at it, so they grip harder. When you squeeze too tight on the club, your forearms tend to clench up. They get real tight, and it disallows those forearms to rotate properly. So you end up doing this at impact, which you can see from my club face, it's wide open. We want to get you to here. So relax your grip pressure and try to take a couple practice swings. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get that club face to point straight down when you're at this position in your forward swing. So after I've struck the ball, I bring the club here. You can see my club face is pointed down. My right forearm is on top of the left forearm. My arms are nice and extended. Look at it from this angle. You can clearly see my right forearm is on top of the left. So after you've mastered this skill with the 7-iron, try it with your 5-iron, try it with your hybrid, try it with your fairway woods. The same principle applies. We have to get the forearms to rotate. So now I've got my driver in my hands. I think where most people fail or slice the most, it's with this club right here. Your grip pressure usually goes way up, which means your forearms can't rotate. And we try to swing harder at it, which again, keeps our forearms from naturally rotating. So the same thing, we try to get a couple whoosh noises in here. There's one. Another one. One more. Then what I'll do is on the driving range, I'll do the same thing I did with the 7-iron. I'll take a couple short swings and just try to keep that position after you swing the club and see where that is. See where that club face is pointed downward. Just some little swings. Okay. And if you hook them left, that's okay. Remember, we're trying to get rid of that slice. Try one more here. Okay, pretty straight, kind of drawing back to the left. You can definitely see again, my forearms are rotating. My club face is pointed downward. We have to get to that position in order to reduce the slice. So again, when you're practicing, start off with an iron. The irons are usually heavier, swing weight. So that should allow you to feel the rotation of the forearms, then gradually work to your driver. But don't take full swings right away, because again, when you squeeze too tight and you try to muscle the ball, That's when most people leave the club face open. The slice is probably one of the most frustrating ball flights that we encounter in golf, and it can be very difficult to get rid of, especially the harder you try and the harder you squeeze. So just relax. Again, try these little simple drills with short, slow swings. Get the feeling of that club face closing. Make sure that your grip is properly placed on the club, and then reduce your grip pressure. Start off with your lower clubs first, then work your way up to your driver. You'll gradually start to feel that relaxed forearm rotation. Once you got that, well, hopefully your slice will reduce and maybe even promote a little bit of a draw. Thanks for watching my video. My name is David Nesbitt. I'm the PGA Director of Instruction at Boulder Ridge Golf Club in San Jose. I hope these tips help, and I hope you keep it in the fairway.